everyone, and welcome to my urban homestead in the Midwest. Okay, today we're going to do a much awaited and much requested update on the orchard. And the last video, I did an update on all the trees in the orchard. Here's the orchard and the garden in general. So now we're going to do an update on all the cherries. Because yeah, I love cherries. I love fruits. Berries. I mean not cherries, berries. Bear with me people, bear with me. Anyway, so the first one on the list is the reason why this video takes so long. And that is the fig ones. Okay, this one doesn't actually fall down the category of a berry, but bear with me people. This is a fig and it's called Chicago. The variety is Chicago Hardy. This one bounced back. I thought it's going to die on me, and I am so glad that it bounced back. See the itty bitty growth. And the other one is inside the orchard, so let's check that one out. Okay, this is the exception to the berry pile, or the berry category, I mean. This one on the other hand is growing nice. See, they're growing really big and strong. And yes, I cut up those lilies, and I forgot the name of that plant, but anyway, here's the other one, and yeah, I put a name on it. But look at that, see, it's around almost a foot, unlike the other two. But anyway, it bounced back, and I am very happy that it did. They are the reason why this video takes so long. Okay, now Chicago pig hardy plant information about them. They grow 10 to 12 foot high, so pretty high, almost as tall as that keeper tree right there. Hardiness zone 5 to 8. Hardy shrub, so it's a shrub, like a tree shrub. That makes any sense. It's self-pollinating. It's dark colored, small to medium size, light brown to violet color, and it's a sweet, rich flavor. And they are typically harvested around early fall. And I planted it along with other trees. One of the berries planted beside it is a strawberry. And if I'm not mistaken, this is a white strawberry. Ain't that pretty? Because as you know, I do companion gardening, so lots of things are interplanted around it, but that's number one in this category, the fig fruit. Okay, on to the next one. The next one on the list is these babies that I thought would never bounce back. Ta-da! That's number one. And number two. Ta-da! And see this viney thingy right here? It's supposed to climb. That's the reason why I planted it beside this pole. Okay, the name of this is Hardy Kiwi. Here's the name, Hardy Kiwi. And it's supposed to be a prolific bearer. I planted 2 of them. Hardiness zone 4 to 7. Self-pollinating, but I love kiwi, so I planted 2. They're flavorful fruit, reddish violet, and they grow similar to a grape. So they're not the really big kiwis. They're about half the size of the regular kiwi that you get at the store. It's smooth skin, no need to peel. And sometimes the size varies, but most of the time it's grape size. And usually harvested around mid-fall. So imagine, this thing grows 20 to 25 foot high. Well, I'll believe it when I see it. Let's just put it that way. But anyway, it's supposed to be viney. So I don't know why Mr. Google said 20 to 25 foot high. I guess we'll see it when we get there, right? Okay, on to the next one. On the list is right beside the kiwi. About a foot, a foot to 2 foot. And this is a flower. This one. And this one. Yes, you can see the difference between the two now, don't you? This one, if you remember right, was planted right over there. So I decided to move them here so I can take better care of them. And they're not beside the neighbors. This one, the name of this variety is laced up elderberry. Yep, that's the name of this. This one is growing wonderfully. I mean, it's beautiful. Look at the foliage. Whereas this one is struggling. It's an itty bitty growth. This is one of the reasons why it took me forever to make this video. Hey, I am very happy it's growing. Believe it or not, I'm happy that it's trying to bounce back. That's all that matters to me. As long as it's alive, I'm good. Okay, so laced up elderberry, or more known as American black elderberry, grows 8 to 12 foot high, hardiness zone 3 to 9. You need 2 cultivars near each other in order for it to grow lots of fruit. Hence, I planted 2 of them. Oh, by the way, a blackberry. Anyway, this can tolerate poor soil, drought, not drought tolerant. So it needs to be watered regularly. It's bush form, so it gets really big. Imagine 8 to 12 foot high bush. Once it grows fruit, you don't harvest it the first year. Let it grow crazy and then trim it on the second year. You plant it in early spring, harvest in mid-August to September to mid-September. The birds love it, so it needs to be covered. Dark purple berries, partial to full sun, blooms spring to summer, and it's perfect as fresh fruit or for pies, jams, cherries, jellies, wine. The flowers can be eaten, can be dried up as tea or cordials. Did I say it right? Anyway, that's it for the laced up elderberry, and they're medicinal. So once they bear fruit, we're gonna make videos about how to turn them into, use it as medicinal. Okay, up to the next one. The next update on the homestead is this baby. Don't see any fruits yet. Yes, it's beside our fish pond that needs to be cleaned. But look, it has grown over here. They're planted originally over there, and now that's here, and now it's here, and now it's there, and now it's there, and now it's right here. Okay, when I planted it on a stick, it was just a stick. If you remember my old videos, this was started as a stick. I didn't know it'll go crazy like this. It's all over the place. That's fake. But anyway, this craziness over here is goji berry. Yes, I dare to plant berries that is unknown, that my neighbors never planted in their entire life. Hey, why not? Okay, there's no fruit yet. And this is goji berry, and I planted another one over there. Let's look at the other one. The other goji berry is planted right here. Okay, this one definitely needs to be tied up. Okay, FYI, when you're planting goji berries, make sure that they have a place to lean into. That's why that one is leaning on that pole, and this one I'm gonna tie up and lean it this way. So this crazy monstrosity of a bush is goji berry. Now, information about goji berry. They grow 5 to 7 foot high, hardiness zone 3 to 8. It's called superfruit, juicy and sweet, can be dried or frozen. It has a mounding habit, so you need to have space, ample space for it. It has scarlet red fruit, can harvest around fall. Self-pollinating, but since it's a superfruit, that's really good for you. That's why I planted 2 of them. But imagine, I planted it as a stick. Who would have thought it'll grow like that? Anyway, it likes rich soil. Well, I think my soil is rich after all the wood chips. But anyway, it has to be well-drained soil, sun or part shade, maximum fruit production in year 4 or 5, and this is only its 2nd or 3rd year. So, yep, that's goji berry for you. On to the next one. The next berry is not too far from the goji berry, josta berry. This is josta berry, and look at the fruit. Oh, look at the fruit. They're itty bitty fruit. Where are the rest? Over there. They're green, kind of hard to find. But anyway, josta berry grows 4 to 6 foot high. About as high as this thingy over here. Hardiness zone 3 to 8. It's a cross between the blackcurrant and the gooseberry. It's vigorous. This is only its 2nd, 3rd year, so it's growing quite okay. Turns nearly black. So right now it's green, but once it's ripe, it turns to nearly black color. It's best eaten as fresh or as jam, juice, wine, and cordials. It's thornless. It's resistant to pests and diseases. Tolerates partial shade. Very popular with birds. I mean, the birds have been checking it out lately. I guess the birds are marking where the fruits are. Anyway, the fruits hang in bushes, and it's very high in vitamin C. It's usually harvested late summer. So yeah, it'll be my first time tasting it. So yep, that's the update on our josta berry. On to the next one. The next one is called, oh look, it still has a few blooms in it. Aronia berry, and there's 2 of them. This is one, and this monstrosity over here is chocolate mint. Chocolate mint, peppermint. I don't know what I was thinking when I planted it like this. Okay, the next one is this one, and this one's prolific. And look at that, there's so many of them. And this is only its 2nd, 3rd year. I mean, ain't that wonderful? And it's only around 3 foot high. Anyway, Miss Aronia berry. Information about Aronia berry. It grows up to 6 foot high. Wow, 6 foot. Zone 3 to 8, and it's a bush form, so it can get really big. I mean, imagine this: 6 to 8 foot high bush. Those 2 are the same. It'll be a perfect cover for our door. I didn't know until now. Anyway, it's high in antioxidant. It's very healthy for you. It's a superfruit like that goji berry that I said a while ago. It belongs to the 8 superfruits of the world. So the 8 superfruits, I got at least 3 in my garden. Aronia berry, josta berry, and goji berry. Would you look at that? Okay, Aronia berry is native to the USA. Its fruit is sour, so its fruit is best for preserves, like for making wines, jams, syrup, juice, bread, tea, salsa, chili starters, extract, beer, and ice cream. Imagine that! Wonder how it would taste like as wine or beer. But anyway, it's a deciduous shrub. It blooms late spring, grows well even in poorly drained soil. So for those who have bad soil, try this baby. Its foliage turns red in fall, so it'll be really beautiful at fall. It has little white flowers, like that one that I showed a while ago. Little white flowers, they're really pretty. And the flowers will turn into black little berries once it's ready for harvest. And it's aesthetically beautiful, so people use it as an ornamental shrub besides the birds loving the fruit. But for me, it's definitely for fruit, not just for its beauty. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, the next one on the list is loganberry. There you go, loganberry. Apparently, and here's another one. I keep calling it blackberry before because I didn't know, and pardon the noise from my neighbors. But this baby is called loganberry, not regular blackberry. So I'm sorry, Miss Loganberry. I keep calling you blackberry. It's loganberry, and they are everywhere. A friend of mine gave it to me, and now they're all over the yard. I mean, they are so prolific, and it is so easy to grow them. Just pull a stick and boom. I mean, I transplanted this as a stick. If you remember right, my old videos, I moved this one from where the aronia berry is over there. I moved it here because the aronia berry needed space, and you know, your home girl didn't realize it needed that freaking 6 feet space. Oh, so anyway, on to the loganberry information. It grows 6 foot high. True, it spreads all over the place. That's why I put it here, so I can put the branches over here when it starts growing, because it grows crazy. Anyway, hardiness zone 5 to 9. Unique and flavorful. The fruit is red, and then it'll turn black, and it can grow up to 2 inches long. I kid you not. On my first videos, you can see it. It's around 2 inches long, black, and it is really juicy and tastes really good. I mean, I love it. It's a cross between a blackberry and a red raspberries. A dark red to deep purple. Perfect for fresh eating. I used it for juicing. I used it for making pies, cherries, and they're perfect for wine. I made a lot of wine out of them before because they are such prolific bearers. If you can find them, plant them, get them. Just go ahead and plant them. You will never regret it. It's best eaten when the fruit is ripe on the tree. Don't harvest the red ones. Harvest when they're dark purple. That way they're sweet. If you harvest them red, they're a bit sour. It's trailing, it's easy to grow, it's disease resistant, it's very sturdy and very undemanding. Oh, and FYI, they are perfect to be planted beside grapes. They help each other out. I don't know the science beside it, but they help each other out. So best way to let them grow is to plant them beside each other. This one, they are planted together near grapes, so you can see the grapes and the loganberries mixed together. You don't know which one is which. Say hi, honey.
Hi.
So yeah, that is loganberry for you. Up to the next one. Okay, the next ones are these, baby. See the blooms, the fruits, the clusters? Grapes. These ones are grapes. If I'm not mistaken, these are Concord grapes. These are the first ones I planted even before I started the orchard. And I planted them all from a stick. They were this size of a stick. And the packet just says organic grapes, Concord grapes, and that's it. And now they're like this. I planted 3 of them. 1, 2, and 3. This one died. I don't know why, because I guess because they were all weak to begin with. So I planted a loganberry in its stead. And this one I thought it's going to die, but it bounced back and even has fruits. See? And this one is prolific. I mean, you can see the age growing on the vines. But yeah, these are Concord grapes. I didn't make any research on them, and there's nothing on the packet, so I still need to Google Concord grape is. This one is Concord, so they're violet, like deep purple. And this one is still sleeping. I mean, I don't know if it died on me. This is the very first one. This is the oldest. I planted these vines, these grape vines, the same year I planted that apple tree. So I hope it bounces back. But this one is deep purple, deep red, deep maroon, red, deep red color. I don't see any buds, so I hope it bounces back. It's pretty old, but we'll see. But this is deep purple. I forgot the name. Remind me to Google it, okay? But I transplanted one more loganberry over there, so I keep you guys updated if this one bounces back. Here's another loganberry and another loganberry. And this area I planted wild flowers, seeds, because you know, in this yard I planted everything from seed. If I can, I do. If not, twigs like these guys. Anyway, on to the next. I planted a lot of grapes. We'll go by the front yard so you guys will see the other grapes I planted there. Okay guys, before I go to the front yard to show you the other loganberry and grapes that I planted there, I forgot that I planted some here in planter BCD. This is one. This one is green. When this, look, there's blooms, there's fruit right there. This one, when it ripes, it's dark green. You know, like the ones that you buy in the store that's green. This is this one. And this one is purple. Purple grapes. This one is growing all over the place. I mean, it's bouncing back. I mean, I'm glad it lived. But for some reason, the other one is growing fruits already, but still small. And this one is looks like it's trying to have new shoots instead. So I don't know. I mean, I don't have the heart to cut this because look, there's a bloom over here. So I think it's going to bounce back, the old vines, and maybe this ones. I planted them here because I'm planning on letting them trail around this. I mean, just imagine this area full of grapes. Wouldn't that be wonderful? So yeah, I hope it works. That's my plan, is to let this area be full of grapes. And I even planted a flower here that is having a hard time. This one. What's the name of this purple flower? Anyway, I'm going to give you guys an update once I remember. But all I know is this one, when it blooms, it should climb over here, and the flowers are purple. They look like chandelier flowers. I'm going to write below what it is once I remember the kind of flower. But anyway, that's the vision that I see here, is full of grapes and flowers. You know, your homegirl can dream, right? Anyway, on to the front yard. Okay guys, here we are on the front yard. I planted flowers here, so we're gonna avoid walking there. This one, look, I want you to see how prolific that loganberry is. Here's one. I didn't plant that, it grew there. Here's one. I didn't plant that, it grew there. Here's another one. I didn't plant that, it grew there. And there's a couple more growing outside the fence. I'm telling you how prolific that is. And I started it with this branch, and now they're all over the place. Here's another one, another one, another one. Another one. Another one. Even the raspberries. I only planted one twig, and now they're all over the place. These are the raspberries that, oh yeah, that my friend gave me. I mean, they're prolific. I mean, if I get a hold of her, I'll ask her what variety this is, but they are crazy and they are growing beside the roses. Anyway, oh look, I got some rose about to bloom. Oh, that made me so happy. Anyway, the grapes. Here are the grapes. I pruned them heavily this year. But look, these are the purple ones. And they are not the table grapes. Nope. The Concord ones, they can be table grapes. But this one, they're not. They're perfect for making wine. Jellies, preserves is what I made of them. They're very hardy. I mean, they survive. They bounce back. See? They bounce back. They're bouncing back. I mean, for some reason they're bouncing back late this year, I've noticed. I mean, my neighbors too, they said that for some reason a lot of the berries are taking a while to bounce back. Anyway, for me, as long as they're alive, it's good on my records, as long as they bounce back. And yes, I'm weeding, you know, working the garden of our hands. Anyway, on to the next one. Okay guys, the next one on the list, now that we're done with grapes, is raspberries. I started with one bush that a friend gave me. A good friend gave me one bush of red raspberries. This is wheat. And one bush of the blackberry that apparently is loganberry and not blackberry. So anyway, I don't know their name. All I know is they're red raspberries. They taste really sweet. It can grow about 1 inch to 2 inch. The fruit, they're very prolific, very sturdy, very disease resistant, and they are very easy to grow. I mean, I spread them all over the yard. I mean, like literally, they're all over the orchard as well. And to show you how prolific they are even growing on the pathway. Here's one, here's another one, and there's another one. The same thing with the parsley. They are growing everywhere in the yard. After putting these wood chips, everything is growing. I mean, as long as they can be eaten, I'm good. Look, I got some more here. and they're really sweet. They're really yummy. I wish I could tell you more information about them, but since they were only given to me, I don't know the name of their variety, but they are everywhere. And then the last one are strawberries. These are June bearing strawberries, and they are everywhere. Planter, that is planter A, planter B, C, and D, and that is letter E and letter E. Now planter B, C, and D are all berries. That's the reason why I put the elderberries right here. And the strawberries, I moved all the strawberries on these 3 planters, and they are interplanted with the kiwi, loganberry, and the grapes. So I got 2 kinds of strawberries, June bearing and ever bearing. So I don't know how you can tell the difference between them because I just intermixed it. Your homegirl is no expert when it comes to strawberries. All I know is I planted a whole bunch of them and I just put them all in here. The other berry, supposed to be the last, but I see only one survive when I moved them, is blueberry. I don't know the variety of this because it's been a long time, but I transplanted them, if you remember, right? They were planted in planter A, but since the bees are there, I decided to dug them all up and plant them here. And there's 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. This one, I don't know if it's dead. And here's the other one. I think there's life in this one because of the colors of the branches of the twig. This one is and this one is alive. Oh, and look, there's another one over here. Also, there's 4 of them, but only one is showing leaves. So I'll keep you guys posted. I mean, I don't see any flowers, but at least it's alive. It's the only blueberry I have. The other 3 are just twigs. So we'll see. And it's interplanted beside a raspberry. That's raspberries, parsleys, lots of strawberries. And these are the everbearing. And I believe there's some more here. Ta-da! Right inside the concrete block, hidden from the birds. This one is exposed and the birds already tasted it before I did. Ah, birds, I'm telling you. But anyway, that's it guys for all the berries. So far the only berry that is not bouncing back as well as I hope so are the blueberries. So this will be the challenge, is to grow blueberries. But yep, that concludes our berry update in the orchard. I hope you liked the video. Hit like and subscribe and share it, and I hope that this video inspires you to, you know, think outside the box, take a chance and grow fruit trees and berries and shrubs that your neighbors and people don't normally grow in your area, because who knows, it might work out like I did with the goji berry, aronia berry, josta berry. I mean, it's unheard of where I live, so go ahead and try it. So see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye. God bless.